Hey there, welcome to another reading. Thank you for choosing this specific reading because it's so exciting. And I am someone who's like, I don't know, man. The internet has like lately been diagnosing me in different ways. Like, it's autism, it's ADHD, and then it's AUADHD and whatnot. So I was just like, fine, whatever. So anyway, so I am into like reading and understanding psychology and how different people react to situations that seem like out of their control, and these could be like people who are very calm and composed as well. So take it how it resonates. um okay so today's topic is, what would be the body language of a person who has a crush on you, right? How would they behave around you? And then these were like the obvious signs that would help us understand if this person has a crush on you, or they're just like messing around, or they're not that serious, or they're just like that, right? And this could be like someone you have in mind, or this could be like literally anyone or the one. Okay, so let's see how many piles we'll have today. How many piles we'll have? Spirits. Whoa, okay. And then you have the vessel. Okay, so you have the crone, the lover, and the thread with the number this. So this will be pile 1. This will be pile 2. And this will be pile 3. So pick whichever pile you want, and let's get into your reading. So pile 1, you have the crone. Let's see what would be your person's body language. What would pile 1's person behave around? How would they behave around pile 1? Someone who has a crush on you. Okay. And temperance. Okay. I want to say pile number 1, you are someone who is like, you're internationally pretty. Now you could be literally a male or a female watching this reading, but you're like, if you're 10 in your city, your town, your country, you will be a 10 everywhere else. You're very pretty. You are very attractive to look at. And not in a sense where I can, put you in a box of beauty standards, but I feel like the beauty standards would be inspired by you. So you're naturally like that. Okay, so the way anyone who has a crush on you would either like definitely stalk your social media, and with the temperance, I do feel like there is a difference in how you show up and how this person shows up. So they feel like they're burdened. So I do feel like someone who has their head down while they talk to you is like a person with like genuine crush energy. And then you have the Two of Swords. Yeah, they just refuse to make an eye contact. King of Swords, like the moment you turn, they're just looking at you. So you might as well catch people staring at you, and when you just make eye contact, they look away. So just know that they have a crush on you. 10 of Swords, these are the people who kind of like, they shy away from looking at you. Why is that, spirits? Why is that? They don't wanna mess up the first impression in front of you, because you have the World and the Queen of Swords. So it's like, if I mess this up in front of pile number 1, that's it for me. like I cannot recover from this. So they just refuse to make eye contact. They just, Four of Cups, yeah, but they would rather regret not talking to you for the rest of their lives than, having a conversation where they come off as a fool. King of Wands, you also have people who are like pretty good looking themselves as well, but they just admire you from a distance. What about the body language, Spirit? What about the body language? Oh, like I do get this scenario where, let's say, like there is a group of friends, and let's say one of the person in that group has like a crush on you. They would tell all of them, they would notify all of their friends that, listen, I have a crush on pile 1, and look at them, and how pretty they are. But the moment anyone tries to alert you, they would literally fight. They would say no. They were like, no, I don't. He's lying or she's lying, And you'd be like, okay, cool, sure, I'll leave. And then they would be like, why are you leaving? Someone who kind of stretches their back a lot. That's the kind of person who will have a crush on you as well. Like someone who stretches their back a lot. Then you have your 5 of Wands and 9 of Pentacles. So I do feel like people who have a crush on you would compete for your attention. So I'm getting like, let's say if you are having a conversation in a group and they have a crush on you, I think they are competing with who speaks with a very interesting topic. So there's a lot of communication happening with you, pile number 1. Like you have people wanting your attention through words, through smartness, through intellect. It's not just like body language, it's words as well. Like I'm gonna show pile number 1 how smart I am, so that they pay more attention towards me. Okay, let's see what else. Oh, I like it. I like when like a huge thing flips up, because it's a story in itself. So I mostly take it, but then if it's like half the deck, of course I won't. That would be my mistake, right? But you have 3 of Cups, you have 7 of Cups, you have 8 of Swords, and King of Swords. Oh, so this is a very cute energy. I'll tell you why. Because let's say this person who is about to have a crush on you, they have like a list of things that they would want to see in a person or their partner, right? And they would go out with an intention like, oh, I have A, B, C, D, and if this person that I'm looking for does not have A, B, C, D, then they are not my type. But then you're like someone who's like the tower, like completely opposite, 180-degree flip, and then they're like, my God. And then you start becoming like their new favorite obsession in a very healthy way. Like you would be an obsession as a reward, rather than like, I can't think of anything else, so I'm going to think about pile 1, sort of. Do you get it? Like there's a good motivation attached to your obsession, and then they just get dumbstruck. So if you have like people, like I'm telling you, there's a lot of words, there is a lot of mumbling, fumbling in front of you, and but if you see this person, if let's say if you're not in that situation, and if you see this person out of that situation, they are like the King of Swords. But since it's you, pile number 1, they're like, oh my God, what's happening? I'm never like this. So they start behaving differently. They start behaving like out of control. They get nervous, anxious. Also, you have kind of people who want to show you how much they have accomplished. So I do feel people might like tell you things like, I won this, I won that. They want to show you how much hardworking they are, but through their accomplishments. So I think in your case, words are a big deal here. So you have 5 of Pentacles. People who have crush on you hate when you turn their back away, so they might just try and come into your cone of vision. Like they might like go around, come back in front of you. Let's see what else. 7 of Wands. Oh my god, okay. I did not like that energy, but okay, I'll just explain it to you. Okay, you have people who are a little bit of like they don't have an ounce of self-reflecting quality. They do not have an ounce of like, you know, like, am I a bad person, or did I do wrong to someone? Or you know, when you self-reflect, you know, when you have that quiet moment in a day and you reflect on your actions. And I mean, this is what is normal for me. I don't know, it's obviously not normal for everyone, but I do feel like you have these kind of people. So what it's reminding me is the situation that I was in. I was working out as usual, and this guy, he approached me, and he was like, hi, are you done using this machine and stuff? And I'm like, yeah, sure, you can, you know, go ahead. And then I go on to the next one, and I don't know, I'm just like, I'm done with my first rep, and then I'm just drinking my water, and then this guy, like, you know, you rest between the set. So this was my first rest in a set of 3 or something like that. And then this guy comes and he's like, oh, are you done with this machine? I'm like, bro, I just moved here and you just started there, you know, like, aren't you like gonna do reps and stuff? But then I'm like, what the hell, like, I'm not the one to judge, right? So I'm like, yeah, sure, you can use it. And I was just thinking, like, what if I just use dumbbells, because you have more dumbbell sets, right? And and then this guy's like, oh, by the way, I wanted to tell you that you very pretty and stuff. And I'm like, oh, thank you. So while I'm thinking about like how should I avoid this conversation with this guy, he keeps talking and he keeps talking. And then I'm like, okay, now he's gonna take a hint that, okay, I have to get back to my workout. Either you use the machine or let me use it. So anyway, so he just keeps rambling about, you know, like how pretty I am. I know I might sound like very obnoxious, but trust me, I was just a little bit irritated because this was my workout and I need my routine, okay? So if I come off as a little bit rude to this person, I did not mind, because he was literally asking me for my time. And yeah, I was just pissed. I'm like, I don't have time. Please do not ask for it. And then this guy, he just keeps going. And then I just hint him like, hey, listen, are you using the machine? You know, good talk sort of. And then I go to the machine and he starts talking there as well. So I just had to like tell him, okay, you know, like, listen, are you done talking? Because I would like to focus on my exercise. And then he's like, yeah, I just wanted to ask you, like, would you like to go out, you know, on some drinks or something like that with me? And I said like, no. So then he just goes like, oh, I thought so. Anyways, you're not that great either. So, and then I'm like, sure. And then I just go back to my routine and I'm working out. But you know, it was so funny. I was like, the moment that guy left, I was like smiling to myself in between sets. I'm like, this is so funny. Like, imagine the kind of audacity someone would have, like the 7 of Wands in a very distorted sense. Like, literally, I think this card should be in reverse, but okay. So this guy is, this energy is something like that, someone with a very fake sense of security, and the moment you kind of nudge it, they kind of go back to in their words, and especially they tend to hurt your emotions. Again, I'm not saying that he hurt mine, I'm just saying that you know, like very fragile ego sort of things. So But then you have the Star as well. So this is how they perceive you, this is how they judge you, and then they approach you. So, and like not giving up on confronting you. So yeah. Okay, let's see what else. You have the Nine of Cups, the Sun, and the Five of Swords. You might have like a lot of friends around you that are a little bit possessive of you, because you're not friends with everyone, so it's very difficult to get hold of you. And if you consider them as your friend, then they take the responsibility of being very guarded with you. Something about you tells me like, so you have the Sun, Moon, and Star, right? I mean, I use the entire deck, but still I do wanna like bring your focus on this. Like, you're someone with a very amazing body, or whatever like looks you consider yourself. You have a very amazing emotional depth, and at the same time you're very amazing at how you exist and how you give to this world. So there's a reason people get like overprotective over you. Let's see what else. Six of Swords. You have people who are like already, they go for the kill, but they take a U-turn, because you have Strength in reverse and Eight of Cups. Because it's like your face would damage their, or your face would bring more insecurity to how much ever they've thought about, like how much ever they think highly of themselves. I think like the way you look, people feel this. So you might have people who kind of would, I think, dance around you. I'm like seeing like a peacock trying to impress peahen, but in this case the guy would like move around you and then they would just walk away. You would be like, what? You have Knight of Wands. Yeah, these are the kind of, I think you have like younger people as well, younger than what age you are, coming at you as well. I don't know if this has happened yet, but they would come at you with a very straightforward confidence, but it's all stemming from a very childish emotion. Like they've not thought about like what is the intention, what they just like. It's like, I like this, I want it, I want to have it. And then you have the Lover. So yeah, not so serious though. Let's see what else. The Hermit, and you have Three of Pentacles. You have people from your work as well who would like initiate hangouts with you after a lot of thought. These are the kind of people who have like thought about what you like and dislike, and this is like a very sweet energy. But I would just ask you to be cautious, because the I like how they're thoughtful, but with work I do feel you should be cautious about how you interact with your colleagues and peers. So okay, that's all I had for you. Pile number 1. Thank you for watching. It was fun. Please like, share, subscribe if this was your vibe, and I'll see you in my next reading. Okay, so we have pile number 2. Should I take a different deck for you? I mean, that's okay, right? So what would be the body language of a person who has a crush on pile number 2, the Lover? What would be the body language of a person who has a crush on pile number 2? What would be the body language? You have 7 of Wands. You have people that are very introverted approaching you. Page of Wands. They don't understand how and why they're attracted to you, because there's something about you that kind of cautious them that, hey, listen, don't approach me unless you're prepared for what you could be a Scorpio. I do get this from you a lot. You don't have to have, but there is some very prominent Scorpio energy about you. Or like I just heard like Rohini Nakshatra, so I don't know if you are deep into astrology, but if it resonates, take it. Yeah, people, okay, so the body language of the people around you, or people who has like huge crushes on you, you have like all the introverts like trying to impress you in some shape, way, or form. And then with I mean, this is cute. I mean, like, I like how you working. Like, I do feel like you are a man watching this, like prominently men watching this pile. Or if you're like a female watching this pile, this would be you having a crush on someone and then their body language. Okay. So in both the case, this is a very specific pile. You could have someone in mind, or I do get that. So this person is invested in work. Okay, so if any of your current situation resonated with what I just said, then I'll just speak about the body language. So yeah, this is like a very introverted person. They kind of are very sensitive to rejection. I want to say, like, not only rejection, like sensitive to anything. Like, I do feel like this person is someone who's like, I don't know, I just feel tired in their energy. So with the Sign of Wands, they're just exhausted with all the fights and stuff. But when it comes to you, they just want to like try. You inspire them to try. You inspire them to come out of the comfort zone, like to step into the potential, to get out there, like to showcase the whole world sort of energy. I mean, this is such a lovely, this pile number 2. I want to say your energy is really lovely if you inspire people like this. So this person would show like they're invested in work, so that you would think that they are smart. I don't know if they are someone younger to you, or you're someone younger to them. They just want to like impress you. What else? The Star. Oh, by the way, this is a very someone highly in demand sort of for dating. They are at their prime right now. So this person has like people throwing themselves at them, but since they are like an introvert and they're very particular and intentional with how and what, like like if I were to have a crush on someone, it would be because this person, I like to be around them, sort of. So I think that's why I mentioned this important detail, like they are very introverted. But take it how it resonates, okay? So yeah, and the Hierophant, like there is an age difference, so take it how it resonates, okay? Yeah, they would never tell you. This is such a sweet energy, like very sweet. Very sweet intentions, by the way, pile number 2, because in pile 1, by the end, I did feel like there was like people with malicious intent and like insecure, fragile egos. But with you, if you have a person in mind, this is how it would be, and if you don't, this is still how it would be. You have a lot of introverts wanting to be around you. Yeah, like 3 of Swords. It's confirming the Fool and 8 of Swords. they think like it's better not to engage with you, it's better not to spoil what you have with them. Like this I feel like are people who kind of work around you, work with you, have worked with you, or will work with you. And work is in there is communication happening, but at a very professional level. With the Fool and the Eight of Swords, I do feel like someone who listens to what you have to say, and there is like a restraint happening. Who is this introvert person? Pal number 2, please do comment. With the Star, this person really admires how you carry yourself, so they might try to imitate your body language. So a big telltale sign would be like, oh, that was my mom. Anyways, so a big telltale sign would be like they would immediately imitate how you're sitting. So if you want to know if you want to confirm if this is the person on your mind, for the people who have someone on their mind, you can do is you can maybe tilt your head to a side, or shift in your chair while you're conversing with them. And if they do that, imitate you when you're holding like a intense eye contact, like you're holding the gaze. And if they do that, that's that person. Okay, so they do have a crush on you, but they just restrain themselves. I don't know, either you're the boss or they're your boss. You have the World. Oh, okay. So for the people who have someone on their mind, this person is deciding to move on from you. Like they can't be in this, because you have the Three of Swords right bang in the center. And I just feel like they're like, I mean, come on, I cannot be tied to this crush anymore. Oh, don't fall, sweetheart. I cannot be tied to this delusion anymore. I have to move on. So they're trying to move on. And with the people who have no one in mind, this is the basic story that they tell themselves. Like, I've just done my admiring from a distance, that unrequited love kind of situation. So I'm just going to move on. You have Six of Wands, you have the Emperor and the Wheel of Fortune. You have people straightforward coming up to you and telling that, can we go out on a date? There's no interpreting body language for you, I do feel. Because with people around you, I do feel like they are in a lack mindset where they feel like they're gonna miss out on you if they don't act quite fast. But this energy, you have 4 and 6 and 4, right? So this energy gives me like either they want to humble you, or either you will humble them. I don't know, why is this? Let me clarify this. Can we clarify the Six of Wands and the Emperor, please? You have King of Pentacles and Six of Swords and Son of Pentacles. What is this? Since you... Oh, okay. That makes sense, because I just got like people have an image of you in their mind. With this Wheel of Fortune, they're set on a very, like, they put you in a box, but then you turned out to be completely different with the Six of Wands and the Emperor. And that was like clarified by this. So you turn out to be someone who's very humble and kind with all the money that you have, and you're like someone who's worked hard for it, okay? Although you look like, you've like basically got it from, like, it was a hand me down sort of situation for you, but it isn't. So that's why I do feel people have this lack, like there's a frequency around you, because you're someone who's in an abundant mindset, so you could be like a lesson to these people. Again, take it how it resonates. So you have people who kind of want to like jump on you. What else? Hangman. Very you provoke very deep emotions and deep thoughts with these people, like, where am I, what am I doing, is this what I want with my life, something about the way you are. Pile number 2, again, you can be like a female watching this, but I do heavily get like there's a male audience watching this. And in situations where you have a crush on someone, this person definitely has a crush on you. Like, they reciprocate your values, your ethics, your morals, and they also reciprocate your lifestyle. With the Page of Swords, I do feel like there's a mutual stalking going on, because this is the set that fell out, and I do feel like both of you stalk each other. Again, what else would be the body language? You have Knight of Cups. Oh, people just flirting with you upright. 5 of Wands. You might have a history of people fighting over you. King of Cups. Like, I do feel like your dating history would have like people fighting over you, and then the person who won gets to be closer to you, and the person who didn't win still keeps hopes. Oh my god, Ace of Swords. They still keep hopes. Okay, what else? You have Page of Cups. Can we clarify? Son of Swords in reverse. What? You're confusing me today. Why is it confusing today? Oh, okay. So you are someone who they don't see it coming. You're someone who leaves an imprint on people. So mostly the people who have crushes on you are people who feel very anxious around you, or they kind of tend to, and you are someone who knows this, like, the moment they start fidgeting, the moment they start like shaking their leg, or they just behave in a very obvious way, I feel. So for you, I do feel like it's very simple to identify like the crush. Ooh, we had 10 of Wands already upright. I mean, flipped. And then you have the 4 of Cups. You have people from your past still crushing on you. They haven't still given up on you. They still feel like maybe one day you guys will meet and you'll see their worth, and then you'll come back to them. And this is not crush anymore, but that's just too many. That's what they would like. Yeah, that's how they think. That's how they feel. You have people who've missed out on you, who still have a crush on you, and they think like maybe they still have a chance with you. 7 of Cups. You have your crushes already daydreaming about you. So let's say if you were to go and talk to them, this feels like a work situation. So if you go and talk to them, you literally break their bubble. You would literally find them so much embarrassed and startled that they might like scream or just jut out of the chair. And then you have this kind that kind of presents you with things. They show that they care, but I don't know. This feels like someone is trying to prove something to someone else, and then they use you. Like I said, the devil. You have people with you have people obsessing over you too. Pile number 2. They can't forget you that easily. Nine of Pentacles. They're still waiting for a chance. They're still waiting for their turn. That's such a bad word to use, by the way. Sorry. 2 of Pentacles and the devil. What are they trying to decide? Ew, I don't like these people, by the way. Whoever you got rid of from the past, this could be the people you've dated as well. Yeah, they have the most worst intentions for you, and I do feel like your dating history has been like really not good. You have 3 of Cups and 5 of Swords. They have put you in a situation where you have to prove yourself to. So you must have dated toads, okay? You literally must have dated people who look like toads, and these people have put you in situations with like in competing with someone else who's not even at your level, and you being such a sweetheart, you did compete. You still fought for the relationship, and then whatever, it ended, and now they're like, oh, if I can get pile 2, of course I can get anyone in the world. So you've just brushed their ego in a way that they feel they are your equal match, but they're not. They are not, exactly. They are not. They don't even have the stable foundation on which you exist. So that's all I had for you, pile number 2. Thank you for watching. And now we're gonna go for pile number 3. I like how your spread was. It was good. Whoa. Did I not water you today? I'll just add some water to you, cutie pie. Let me just. So, my pile number 3, the thread. The red string theory. What theories do you believe in? Oh my god. That was bad. Can we do it again? What are the theories that you believe in? Pile number 3. Why is it not happening today? Maybe it's just at a distance. Okay, I'm not forcing it. It's meant to be. It's meant to be. Okay, what would be the body language of people who has a crush on? Why is everyone stalking each other? Who has a crush on? Sorry, that was uncalled. You have people who have a crush on you. You have no idea about these people, by the way, because the cards would literally flip in other 2 piles, but with you they were like closed. Okay, I like this. So this is one of my friends. I'll give you this. Of course, I'm gonna share some gossip with you. So I used to go to this gym, and there was this guy who later we became friends, okay, and we would work out, and then later he told me like he had a crush on me. So I would just say, I remember asking him like, why didn't you just say anything, and why did you wait for like the last minute to say that? And then he said like, because I knew that I'm not I just feel very incomplete right now. So I knew the level I am on. I knew what is my, I would say. So he said it in Hindi, okay? So he said it something like, मुझे मेरी औकात पता है. So I don't know how would I explain this. So yeah, okay. So if I were to frame it in English, it would be like, I know my league. I know the people in my league, my love interest in my league, and you're someone who's above my league, right? So I wouldn't risk starting off with that. That's why I became a friend of yours. So I do feel you have people similar to that energy, and they first would want to become a friend of yours, gain your trust, and then they would proceed with, showing how much they're interested in you. One other thing he did say was, whenever I used to work out, I would just, like, whatever time, let's say, he would arrive, and if I were there, if we had like a similar time and we were not in a talking phase yet, right? So he would just, like, in between his rest, he would just look at me. He would be like, okay, great, she's working out. And then go back to his workout. And then like, again, if he suddenly is reminded to just take a look at me, he would like turn and twist and move around the room. And then the moment he would spot me, he's like, oh good, she's still there, okay, go back to your workout. So you have people who are like keeping an eye on you like that, like, oh okay, good, pile 3 is doing this, okay, good. Does that make sense? Dude, I remember when he was telling me this, I was laughing my ass off. So he would try to sync up the time as well so that we would exit at the same time. Anyways, you have the Knight of Cups. You have like pure admiration from your crushes. They admire you for who you are. Maybe because since they've become a friend of yours, or these are the people who are like very good friend of yours. Yeah, because strangers wouldn't have like this audacity to approach you. So either you like worked with them, you're friends with them, something like they get to know you somewhere in a situation, community. You have the same gym you go to, maybe you have the same community you go to. Yeah, the devil. Why do we have the devil? Okay, first let me just get through the messages. Very silent crushes you have. Like, people who have a crush on you, they're very silent, and it's very difficult for you to even read the body language, because even the gaze or even the words is something that will not even be closer to what they feel about you. So they're very good at hiding. They're very indifferent, detached to showing you that they have a crush on you. Interestingly, your crushes or people who have crush on you, pile number 3, are coming off as the magician. While you, my dear love, you are like in a very zen state. So I do feel magician is someone who is a master manifester. And did they manifest you? I do believe like you enter into people's life when they are coming out of a very difficult situation. With the 5 of Wands and the 10 of Swords, I do feel like there is this what's the time? Okay, we still have time. There is this element of you're like a sight for sore eyes. So I do feel like they will stare at you for a second or two longer. King of Cups. Yeah, I mean, these people are very intentional with you. Oh, Dude, dude, okay, I'll give you some tea. The devil, I did ask, like, why do we have the devil, right? It's because it's not a crush anymore. They are in love with you. Period. Period. I am confessing to you, pile number 3, on their behalf. They are in love with you. Is this someone on your mind, or is this mutual? Is this mutual? King of Swords. Why? Wait, let me first clarify so much messages. Oh no, sorry, there's just there. Why the King of Swords? Oh, okay. I don't know. Have you guys never spoken? Who says that? Have you guys never spoken? I do feel like if you have someone in mind, you've never spoken to this person, because there's very minimal interaction that happened, and then you have the justice. So I do feel like there is some gap, some legal gaps that you have. With the justice, I do also feel like you did have the Ace of Swords, and I do feel like there is some barrier, like language barrier, or I don't know, like you guys don't feel like you're on the same page. So if you have someone in mind, maybe this is them who is in love with you, but I don't know, there is some sort of barrier. Maybe you have not spoken to them, or I don't know, I do feel like I'm like literally confided in a very small tower. Okay, anyways, let's move on. What about others? You have 8 of Swords. Yeah, they don't so people who have a crush on you are people who are very like hopelessly romantic, okay, and they will never act on it. So the ways that you can say is they're very hesitant to talk to you, first thing. Second thing, I do get this hyper fixation on something. So you might have like people you would want to help, but they're just hyper fixated on something else, and they might just end up pushing you or rejecting you, or I don't know. Like right now I'm seeing like a potluck situation happening in a community dinner ish situation, and then they don't see you coming, right? They feel like whatever you were trying to help has some motive, and that's how the past energy has been with them, right? Like people had some sort of motive, and very bad motive, to help this crush of yours, or the person who has a crush on you. And whenever you show up to help, I do feel they get very defensive with you. So I think so that's how you'll know. But they deeply care about you. You have people who care about you as well at work. You will see like how they have like attention to details for you. You'll see like how these people notice things about you that you didn't know about yourself. So I do feel like maybe like a gift, maybe your coffee order. Oh my god, okay. You have King of Wands and King of Pentacles. So you have your crushes, like I don't know how to frame this. Wait, give me a second. Your crush, pile number 3. They show up. You make them show up in the highest potential, in their highest good looking form. Does that make sense? Did I do justice to that message or that feeling? I don't know. because You have the Knight of Pentacles, and then you have the King of Pentacles. I don't know, I just hear someone say like, I tried my best. This is all I got. I'm sorry. If this is not enough for you, I think we should move on. Bro, is this like a love situation? Dude, what is happening? Did you say this to someone? I don't know. Take it how it resonates. That was a very heavy message. Like, I tried my best. I think we should move on now. Do you want someone to move on from you? Are you moving on from someone? Again. Okay, what else? The Chariot and the Lovers. Yeah, I do feel like either you have moved on from someone recently or someone has moved on from you. Why do you keep falling, baby? Don't fall. The Hangman. After a long, deep thinking, this person who is in love with you, I want to say, has moved on from you now. It's like a shakedown. I do feel like a reality, like they've met with what's the reality, what's the practicality of things, and then on one hand there is literally the Tower, and the other hand there's the Lovers. That's you both. Again, if this resonates, just take it. Because it's like directly coming here and I don't know what to do about it. You have Four of Cups. You have so your crushes would save like the things that like, okay, I get this situation, like let's say if you forgot, I don't know, your pencil or your pen that is very much meaningful for you, your crushes would like literally make efforts to make sure that it's safe, it's in the place that you would find, it's not stolen. This is just sweet energy. So yeah, I do feel like that's the detail of attention that they would give you. Seven of Wands. You have the Star, and then you have people who feel like entitled to you. Again, like you cannot, of course, decide what kind of crush you'll have, right? You just exist and people have a crush on you. Yeah, these people are like they feel heavily entitled no matter how they treat you and no matter what you go through. But you have people around you. I do feel like this is someone you've dated as well. Doesn't have to be, but it just reminds me of someone I've dated. So I don't know if that person's watching my reading. I hope not. You have Two of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. You have people who would love to cook for you. That's how you'll know that this person has a crush on you. They would love to cook for you, or they would give you food. They would be like, hey, do you want this food? Oh, that's your treats. You have Ten of Wands. I don't know, due diligence. What is this due diligence? Due diligence with the High Priestess and the Ten of Pentacles. What is this due diligence? Every time this card shows up and the way his face is, I do feel like you have to perform a duty. You have to choose the divine. I don't know what that means for you, pile number 3. Take the message, because I feel like there is a lot of things going on in your life right now, and this is supposed to be like a light-hearted reading for you, but then it's like choose your destiny, choose what's destined for you, rather than you going with things that have still been working, or settling for something that's not for you. Don't do that. So this is like totally different. Okay, you have Seven of Cups, Judgment, and the World. and then you have the Hierophant. um I want to say one thing to you, pile number 3. I don't know, this didn't even happen in any other piles, but with you, I think it did. I want to say one thing, that listen, things are gonna shift for you very soon, okay? Like, from being in this season of nothing happening for me to everything happening at all at once, everything is shifting for you in a very calm manner. So if you're someone who's kind of like in this energy, I did feel like this energy of anxiety, especially restless sleep, and then you trying to drown something with work or celebration or endless parties or something like that. It's not gonna help. But what would help is for you to stay calm, to stay still, to do not force yourself into situations, especially parties, especially if you're someone who does, substances. So with the Hierophant, I do feel like you've always come out of situation. You've always, things have always worked out for you. So it will this time as well. But this one is like a crucial thing because everything is happening all at once. So with this thread, I do want to bring your attention to how this person is holding this thread with all their might, right? So yeah, so that's all I had for you. Thank you for watching pile number 3. I hope you enjoyed. If this was your vibe, please do subscribe, and I'll see you in my next reading. Bye.